Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Pennywise is a malevolent, shape-shifting creature that disguises itself as a clown to lure in its preferred prey, children. Beneath the grease paint and exaggerated grin lies an ancient predator from beyond the stars, known as It. It thrives on fear, particularly the fear of the young, and can transform into its victim's worst nightmare. Feeding on terror before delivering the final blow, Pennywise returns to haunt the town of Derry every 27 years, bringing with it a wave of death and psychological torment. Its powers go far beyond illusion, allowing it to warp reality, manipulate minds, and appear in multiple places at once. The clown's taunting voice, twisted games, and gleeful cruelty make it more than a monster. It's an entity of pure dread that crawls into your soul and never truly leaves. Number 2. The Demogorgon. The Demogorgon is a humanoid predator from the parallel dimension known as the Upside Down. Towering, gaunt, and faceless, its head opens like a grotesque flower, revealing a ring of sharp, predatory teeth. It lacks eyes but sees through sound and vibration, navigating with eerie precision. The creature stalks its prey silently, emerging from rips in space to invade our world and drag victims back to its nightmarish realm. The Demogorgon spreads decay wherever it goes, warping the natural world into something foul and lifeless. Driven by primal hunger, it kills with ruthless efficiency. Once it has your scent, escape is nearly impossible. It's a brutal and terrifying force, a living weapon of instinct and carnage. 3. Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a cosmic horror of unimaginable scale, an ancient entity that slumbers deep beneath the Pacific Ocean in the sunken city of Orlaya. Its appearance combines dragon-like wings, an octopus-like head, and a vaguely humanoid form, making it a monstrous abomination that defies understanding. Though asleep, Cthulhu's influence reaches into the minds of the living, causing dreams, madness, and worship among fanatics. Its arrival is foretold to bring devastation and chaos. Even a glimpse of Cthulhu can shatter a person's sanity. It exists on a scale far beyond human comprehension, immune to morality or logic. Cthulhu is not a beast to be battled. It is an existential threat to the world itself, a sleeping god that dreams of destruction. 4. The Pale Man. The Pale Man is a ghastly skeletal being residing in a lavish yet eerie chamber, adorned with childlike imagery and a lavish feast that serves as bait. His sagging, translucent skin hangs from a malnourished frame, and his eyes rest on a plate in front of him, unused until he places them in the palms of his hands to see. Despite his slow movements, he exudes a suffocating tension, an embodiment of creeping dread. He remains motionless unless provoked, typically by a victim consuming food from his table. Once disturbed, the Pale Man springs into action. He is a symbol of silent, looming punishment, one that watches, waits, and strikes without warning. His presence is a quiet promise of judgment and death. 5. Nemesis. Nemesis is a towering, bioengineered juggernaut created for one purpose: to hunt and annihilate its designated targets. Standing over 7 feet tall, its grotesque frame is a mix of exposed muscle, invasive machinery, and heavy armor. Its face is disfigured by surgical stitching, and it relentlessly utters the word stars, a haunting reminder of its victims. Nemesis possesses regenerative capabilities, can wield advanced weaponry like rocket launchers, and becomes more monstrous with each battle. It's a force of programmed violence that adapts and evolves. No locked door, barricade, or explosion can deter it for long. Survivors flee, but Nemesis always follows, unyielding, unstoppable, and horrifying in its single-minded pursuit. Number 6. Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is a grotesque executioner known for his hulking physique, oversized blade, and the distinctive, rust-covered metal pyramid mask that obscures his face. His presence is a manifestation of personal guilt and anguish, especially tied to the tormented minds of those trapped in psychological purgatory. He doesn't speak or show emotion, yet his silence is deafening. Dragging his massive weapon behind him, he moves with slow, deliberate menace, as though he knows escape is impossible. Pyramid Head exists in a world of decay and torment, where his every appearance signals punishment. He does not pursue, he judges. To see him is to face the weight of your sins made flesh. Death Angels. Death Angels are deadly alien creatures that invaded Earth with devastating effect. They are blind, relying instead on hypersensitive hearing to track anything that makes a sound. Their exoskeletons are nearly impervious to damage, and their speed makes them lethal hunters. With blade-like appendages and mouths full of snapping teeth, they eviscerate anything they detect. These creatures transform the world into a silent prison where even the slightest whisper or footstep can mean instant death. Families were forced to live in silence, communicating through gestures and hiding underground. Death angels turn the most basic human instinct, to speak, to cry, into a death sentence. Their presence enforces absolute stillness and fear. 8. The Babadook. The Babadook is a shadowy, supernatural entity that emerges from a mysterious, disturbing children's book that appears out of nowhere. It wears a black coat and top hat, with long, skeletal fingers and a face twisted into a wide, leering grin. The Babadook doesn't rely on brute force. It feeds on grief, particularly unacknowledged or unresolved emotional trauma. It infiltrates the home and mind slowly, starting with creaks, whispers, and subtle disturbances. As it gains strength, it isolates its victim, distorting reality and amplifying despair. It drives its targets to the brink, not through violence, but through emotional torment. The Babadook cannot be destroyed, only accepted and contained. It is the haunting embodiment of trauma that never truly leaves, always lingering in the background, waiting to be remembered.